Thailand is a Southeast Asian country. It's known for tropical beaches, opulent royal palaces, ancient ruins, and ornate temples displaying figures of Buddha. In Bangkok, the capital, an ultra-modern cityscape rises next to quiet canal-side communities and the iconic temples of Wat Arun. Wat, fact, Thailand is Wat Pho and the emerald Buddha temple Wat Phra Kieu. Nearby beach resorts include bustling Pattaya and fashionable Hua Hin. In fact, Thailand is rated as the least dangerous country in Southeast Asia for travelers. There is a history of social unrest and violent conflicts in parts of the country, but crimes in tourist areas are rare. On February 1, Thailand restarted its Test and Go program, allowing vaccinated international travelers from all countries to enter without lengthy quarantine restrictions. Thailand temporarily suspended the program from December 22, 2021, citing the rising number of Omicron variant cases in the country. With the second largest economy in Southeast Asia, Thailand is a relatively wealthy country. Though Thailand's poverty rate has decreased by 65% since 1988, impoverished living conditions are still a pressing issue in the country. The poverty rate fluctuates and currently, it is on the uprise. While the official Thai language is widely spoken throughout Thailand, many Thais also speak and understand English, though more so in Bangkok and the major tourist areas. However, English is typically the common currency for cross-cultural conversation as Thailand hosts visitors from around the world. Estimates for the cost of living in Thailand generally say it's between 30% and 40% cheaper than living in the US. According to Numbia, a site that collects cost of living data from around the world, the average cost of living in Thailand is roughly 34% lower than the average cost of living in the US. Rents are 63%. Thai language, also called Siamese, the standard spoken and literary language of Thailand, belonging to the Thai language family of Southeast Asia. After being closed for 9 months, bars, karaoke venues, and nightclubs will be able to open temporarily as restaurants starting on January 16. As a New Year's gift, the Thai government gave restaurants and approved venues across the country a free pass to serve booze the night of December 31 until 1 a.m. on January 1. Don't point your feet. Pointing your feet at someone, raising your feet higher than someone's head, or simply putting your feet on a desk or chair are considered extremely rude in Thailand. The bottoms of the feet are dirty. Don't show them to people. Avoid pointing feet at Buddhas in and outside of temples. You should also never have your feet facing towards temples, images of Buddha or monks. It is especially rude and unacceptable to do so. Kicking or stepping over something or shutting a door with your feet will also definitely get you chastised in Thailand. Thailand has achieved both the sanitation and drinking water Millennium Development Goal targets. Around 93% of the population has access to improved sanitation and 96% to improved drinking water. The country also has national standards for drinking water quality. In the past, Thailand has been classified as both a third world and first world country. However, Thailand is classified as a developing nation by a large number of international organizations, which look at a number of factors such as the economy, Human Development Index (HDI), as part of their classifications. NGOs, academics, and religious groups state that 85 to 95% of the population is Theravada Buddhist and 5 to 10% Muslim. Other groups, including animists, Christians, Confucians, Hindus, Jews, Sikhs, and Taoists, constitute the remainder of the population. Thailand is often referred to as the land of smiles. It got this nickname because in Thailand, a smile is much more than just a smile. It is a form of subtle interpersonal messaging. There are at least 13 different smiles that a Thai person may use, each one having a very specific meaning. Because the Thai language has its own script, Romanized transliterations vary, but the greetings sound as written below. Men say hello with Sahwadi krap. Short and sharp finish. Women say hello with Sahwadi ka. Thailand is one of the world's most popular locales for good living abroad. And there are lots of reasons why. For pennies on the dollar, you get a year round tropical climate and access to modern comforts and conveniences, including affordable, high quality medical care. A nostalgic glass bottle of Coke costs around 15 baht. A large bottle of Thai Chant beer can be found in restaurants around Kheosan Road Soi Rambatri for under 90 baht. 7-Eleven price for a large bottle of beer is usually less than 60 baht. Generally, foreigners are not allowed to directly purchase land in Thailand. It is a commonly unknown fact that although a foreigner cannot own land in Thailand, he can own the house or structure built thereon. One only has to apply for a construction permit to build the house in his own name. When moving to Thailand, you'll need to get a visa, a requirement by Thai immigration law. Most people who move to Thailand do so with a tourist visa valid for 60 days or a non-immigrant visa which is initially valid for 90 days and which will then need to be extended through Thai immigration. Some of the popular Thai dishes include Thai curries, som thum salad, tom yum soup, pad Thai noodles, satay, among others. The Philippines, officially the Republic of the Philippines, is an archipelagic country in Southeast Asia. It is situated in the western Pacific Ocean, and consists of about 7,640 islands, that are broadly categorized under three main geographical divisions from north to south: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Philippines Level 4. Do not travel. Do not travel to the Philippines due to COVID-19. Additionally, exercise increased caution due to crime, terrorism, civil unrest, and kidnapping. The Sulu Archipelago, including the southern Sulu Sea, due to crime, terrorism, civil unrest, and kidnapping. The Philippines were claimed in the name of Spain in 1521 by Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese explorer sailing for Spain, who named the islands after King Philip II of Spain. They were then called LAS Filipinas. On July 4, 1946, the Philippines was officially recognized by the United States as an independent nation through the Treaty of Manila between the governments of the United States and the Philippines, during the presidency of Manuel Roxas. The Philippines is known for having an abundance of beautiful beaches and delicious fruit. The collection of islands is located in Southeast Asia and was named after King Philip II of Spain. After this, the colony was directly governed by Spain. Spanish rule ended in 1898 with Spain's defeat in the Spanish-American War. The Philippines then became a territory of the United States. The number of crimes committed in the Philippines significantly dropped in 2020 compared to the previous year, which can be attributed to the lockdown restrictions implemented due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Overall, theft was the most common index or focus crime, followed by rape and physical injury. It was in this skirmish that the Philippine flag was first unfurled as the revolutionary standard. Sewn in Hong Kong by Filipino expatriates and brought to the country by Aguinaldo, the flag was a tricolor featuring red and blue with a white triangle framing three yellow stars and an anthropomorphic eight-rayed sun. Americans who advocated annexation evinced a variety of motivations: desire for commercial opportunities in Asia, concern that the Filipino were incapable of self-rule, and fear that if the United States did not take control of the islands, another power such as Germany or Japan might do so. The Philippine Navy PN, Filipino, Habong Dagat NG Pilipinas, Transl. It has an estimated strength of 24,500 active service personnel, including the 8,300-strong Philippine Marine Corps. It operates 82 combat vessels, 14 auxiliary vessels, 25 manned aircraft and 8 unmanned aerial vehicles. It is the natural gateway to the East Asian economies, having one of the most active and resilient economies in the Asia-Pacific region. It is one of the largest archipelagos in the world, having about 7,107 islands and islets divided into three major island groupings called Luzon, Visayas and Mindanao. For the Philippines to have become a state of the United States, it would be a territory first, like Hawaii and Alaska. These two states were US territories before the Philippines became a colony. Thus, the Philippines would have likely become a state after 1959, then those two achieved. Davao City is among the most livable and safest cities in the world, primarily because of a low crime rate thanks to a strict local government. In 2020, there were 33 kidnapping cases that occurred in the Philippines, reflecting a 61% decline from the previous year's total. About 17 of these cases involved personnel of the Chinese-run Philippine offshore game operators POGOs, along with 14 kidnapped for ransom cases.